Lynette, we're going to ask you to give us an example at Veterans Affairs. I know you're doing a lot of stuff over there, a lot of moving parts. We're seeing a bunch of stuff in the news. Give us an example of a program that you'd like to highlight, that you've been able to use this technology to sort of unlock some of these capabilities.
So, Luke, one of the things that we've been doing, I think it's worth mentioning the journey we've been on since I came into this position about 20 months ago now, almost 2 years. We had a vision set out by our CIO and myself to move security from a policy-only shop into an operational security shop. Mm-hmm. And that's been a big shift for the organization. Really getting our cybersecurity staff skilled up and looking differently at cybersecurity services as products that we're providing out to our customers, and not just a compliance shop checking a checkbox just to make sure that we're getting cyber done, right? So moving to operationalize security has really helped the entire team. The other thing that we've done is we've focused, much like Kamant said, on the critical priorities. We partnered with our operations teams and we identified, no kidding, what are those critical systems that keep VA up and running all day long. So it's what everyone would think of, right? Your bedrock systems, your infrastructure, your gateways, your LAN, your WAN. But then what are those systems that keep our businesses running? And we were able to narrow down that to 100 critical systems list. And the teams are hyper-focused on those systems, making sure everything that we do relative to the executive order, relative to any of the new mandates coming out, and even with FISMA, hyper-focused on making sure those systems are super clean, they are logging, they have all of the requirements already in them. And so that's how we've kind of got our teams to really focus, and also getting them to really understand security cannot just be that policy shop. We've really got to dig in. We've got to be partners with our operations teams, and we've got to own security. So what that looks like in VA right now, and the teams they make fun of me a little bit, but I'm okay with it. They're like, you're forcing us to get better, because I challenged them. I said, when we have an incident in our environment, I need to make sure that we're coming out more secure on the backside of that incident than we did going in. I need you to take basic problem management, continuous improvement, and make sure that we are rolling those things into cybersecurity. So really taking some of those ITIL operational principles and bringing them into the cybersecurity team, and getting them to implement those so that we are absolutely more secure every time something happens in our network than we were the day before when it happened. So those are some key, really important foundational strategies where we are really starting to see a change in the teams being excited and really digging in when they see stuff going on our network, and partnering with our operations, breaking down cybersecurity silos across the organization and bringing the teams together so that we really understand that we're all in this. We all have to come together to really understand what is happening on our network. You mentioned it earlier, Luke. The scope and complexity of EA is massive. We make up 35% of the entire assets in the federal executive civilian branch. So it's a massive responsibility, and I challenge the teams every day. We have to be out there doing the best, and we have to have our voice in the conversation. We have to be a part of the working groups at the federal level, partnering across the agencies, and really taking those best practices and bringing them back, because what we do here matters. It matters to our veterans, and it matters to the rest of the federal agencies as well.